Hey guys, welcome to Simply Fishing. I'm Lowell Henderson, your host, and today I'm doing something that I've threatened doing for quite a while now. I've decided to come catch me a few fish to eat. I've chosen a pond that the owner and I have decided that is overrun with smaller fish, and he wants a few taken out, and so I'm more than willing to help. Fresh fish is hard to beat no matter what time of the year, so today that's my goal, is to, if they'll fit in my little small cooler, I'm going to take some home. If they're too big for the cooler, they're going back in the water. As simple as that. So you guys stick around, let's pay a few bills, and we'll see what we can catch and get put in the cooler. I'll see you when we get back. Ah, so close. Another one. And a miss. Now I've gone to a little cream crankbait in the chartreuse. A little bigger profile. I can throw it a little farther. See if I can't give them a little something else to look at. It's got a little wider wobble. The only thing is this water's shallow. This bait dives a little deeper. It may cause me a little problem getting in the mud every time. Try to hold it up a little bit. Something hit it coming in, but he didn't take it. We'll work our way out toward a little deeper water. There we go. I don't know if that's a brim or a bass. I got a feeling it might be a brim as hard as it is staying down and running, not jumping. My goodness. Yes, sir, and a fine one. A good one. My goodness. That's the biggest one I've caught in a while. Oh, big as my hand. Look at that bad boy. Oh my goodness. In you go, buddy. Now he will probably knock the top off my cooler. That was a good one. They may be a little deeper. He attacked that little crankbait. Oh, splattered myself. There's a fish. Now left a little bass. Will he stay on long enough to get him to the boat? I think so. Boy, he's gonna cut up. He don't like that little chartreuse bait in his mouth. I don't say that I blame him. I don't like them hooks no more than he does. He'll give me that. 1 and 2, and I believe he's going to be an eater. Oh my goodness, they are mad in the hole. Nope, he barely goes. Barely goes. And I'm turned around. There's one. Nope. Hitting a miss. Now a lot of people condemn me for showing that I'm keeping a bass on TV. But when you're fishing a farm pond that you already know is well stocked, it's actually overrun with fish, and you don't manage it properly, then they're going to keep multiplying and multiplying and multiplying. And what they do is every year that you have a new generation of bass and bluegill that multiply and spawn out, you end up with more and more predator fish than you do bait fish, and your bass, as a rule, begin to be smaller, the ones you catch. Once you catch people will catch a big one out, they think they have to take it home, and eventually you get a pond full of stunted fish, and they get to a certain point, they'll just quit growing, and they'll just really be starving to death. And what happens is every spring and summer, when the bluegill spawn and the bass spawn in the spring, your bigger fish run around and eat all the fry they can possibly eat, and then the food chain's gone, and so they go the rest of the year and they're hungry, and it'll ruin a pond if it is not managed. And the lakes are the same way. They're not as severe normally. The state will step in and do studies and determine if you need a slot limit or if certain size fish need to be put back or whatever. But in a pond, it's up to the actual owner to manage. And I don't know, all my life I've run across people that say, sure, you can fish in my pond, but you can't keep anything. Throw it all back. And what you generally find in these types of ponds is about 1,000 little bass that you can just catch one right after another, and you won't catch any big fish. That's sad, but once a pond gets that way, it's hard to correct. Many times they have an agency will come in and do a study for a farm pond owner, and they'll just flat out recommend, hey, drain the pond, start over. It's so overcrowded, you're not gonna, you're not gonna get the balance back. And they can recommend, and they do it by pounds. They recommend so many pounds per acre taken out of a pond, and I'm not exactly sure on the numbers, so I'm not going to quote it, but you take so many so many pounds per acre out of a pond a year to keep it healthy. And as you do that, you'll end up with some really nice fish, big bluegill. I'm talking bluegill in the 1.5 to 2 pound range. Bass, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 pounds are possible, especially here in the South, if a pond is managed correctly. So when you hear an owner say, you can fish in my pond, but you've got to throw everything back, don't give him a hard time about it, but he's only doing damage to his own property. Pond management is a big deal as far as these small fisheries. they can be such fun, or they can just be average, like so many of them are. But you have to take some out every year. It's imperative. You can't get away from that. I could catch more if my crankbait wouldn't wrap around the hooks every time I throw it. There's a fish. Oh yeah. I think they like the little white crankbait better. Oh yeah. Got some drag. This fish is a little stronger. I don't know if he's bigger, but he's stronger. Oh yeah, he's bigger. You gonna throw that where I don't have to get you off? No? That's the beauty of ultralight fishing. They're so much fun. All right, turn around, let me have you. Gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha. And you will see me do it all times of the year, the winter, summer. And that tiny little hook. One more. Oh, come on. Now that fish has been, that's probably been hit by a turtle. Now he's putting on a little weight, gaining a little bulk to him. He's got a little more weight. I'm gonna let him go. My little cooler's about full anyway. And I've got about enough for supper, so I don't need to just pack them in there like sardines. You can always come back another day and get a few more. Fishing will only get better over the next few months as it cools off, and so there'll be plenty of opportunities to put a few fish back or have a nice meal. There we go. Oh, that one came off. There's one out in the deeper water. Oh, where you going, buddy? That may be a big old brim. He ain't offering to come to the top. Oh my goodness. I may have to keep him anyway. Wait till you see this. This is tremendous. My goodness, this is what I'm talking about. Right? I don't know if I can get my hand around him. Oh, easy, buddy. Easy, buddy. I can't get my hand around him. Ah. My God, would you look at that brim? That is huge. Huge. Ah. Man. You know what? That fella right there, that's the kind you want to spawn in your pond. And you ain't gonna believe it, but back you go. That is pond management. He's got the genetics to produce more just like him. That is what you want reproducing in here. Now that fish was out in the deep. This water's about 9-10 feet deep right here where I'm fishing. And man, that's something else right there. I won't even guess as to how big that was. And I'm not a real big person, but I couldn't get my hands around him. If he'd have wiggled, he'd have jumped out of my hands. That was something to see right there. That was fun. Especially on this little light tackle. So much fun. I would like to catch one more before the sun goes down, especially that size. Man, that's just something else. Well guys, I am losing the sunlight and I'm fixing to call it a day. I've got my little cooler full, enough for me and my boy to have supper. I think me and him's the only two in my household that likes fresh fish. Don't want to be greedy. I could probably catch 10 or 20 more, but these fish are going to continue to bite after dark, but I think I'm going to go home and clean fish and enjoy a nice meal and relax a little bit. I appreciate so much you guys watching. Thanks for all the support. I know you've heard it and you're going to continue to hear it, because I mean it, and it comes from the bottom of my heart that people that I never thought cared anything about fishing are telling me that they're watching my show, and it just means the world. And any of my sponsors that you see, please support them too, because without them I couldn't do this. If you've got a business that you want to see on my show, I'll drop my email on the bottom of the screen every week. You shoot me an email and let me know, and we'll work something out. This is to me, it's a little surreal. It's like a dream come true. I love doing this. I want to do it full time. I want to be out here every single day. I want to continue to teach and help bring this new generation of fishermen along. And without the right support, I can't do it. And but I'm gonna give 100% every time I can. Every time I hit the water, and I always try to remember that there's those out there that don't have people to teach them. They rely, I've said it before on my videos, they rely on others to teach them. The internet, YouTube is a big factor in a lot of these young kids learning. A lot of them watch TV and learn. It's just, you know, it's a way to give back, and it's something I've always wanted to do, and I'm getting the opportunity to do it. So if you can support my sponsors, please do. If you want to put your business out there in front of a lot of people each week, you drop me an email. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Lowell Henderson, and I'll see you guys next week. You stay safe on the water.